Good evening. Stefan was on assignment today, and we begin with Ottawa police investigating the city's first homicide of the year. A man from southwestern Ontario was stabbed to death near the Central Experimental Farm last night. Emergency crews were called to the 1400 block of Mayview Avenue in the Clarington neighborhood around 7:10 p.m. CTV's Katie Griffin reports.
A police presence remains on Mayview Avenue hours after the city's first homicide of the year Wednesday night.
I looked out on my balcony, saw a bunch of cops all over my street, a bunch of lights over here on Mayview, and a bunch of police around.
Ottawa paramedics say they were called to the scene around 7 o'clock for a stabbing. They say they transported a man to hospital in critical condition. He later died of his injuries. Ottawa police have identified the victim as 28-year-old Sean Chalice Etoff of Brantford.
2 men were arrested and charged in connection with this homicide.
41-year-old Steve Vivian of Ottawa and 19-year-old Anthony Meredith of Kitchener have been charged with second-degree murder. A 41-year-old Ottawa woman was also arrested Wednesday afternoon. The investigation is ongoing.
If anybody has information related to this incident, is asked to call our Ottawa Police Homicide Unit.
Katie Griffin, CTV News.
And new tonight, Ottawa police were on scene of a reported stabbing in the Vanier area. The incident happened on the 800 block of St. Laurent Boulevard near Cote Street. Ottawa paramedics say they transported an adult male with stab wounds to hospital in serious but stable condition with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, the investigation is ongoing. Police have asked the public to avoid the area. All right, we'll take our first check of the weather. Let's look at the Rideau Canal there behind me. Pretty chilly evening. We'll take a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam at the moment. We're sitting at minus 21 degrees, excuse me. Again, a very chilly evening. Let's check in with CTV's Jackie Perez for our first check on the forecast. Jackie.
Well, if you weren't done with the cold, don't worry. We have one more night of frigid temperatures. We will have mainly sunny skies getting into our Friday, but boy, a cold warning in effect where we could see wind chill values between minus 33 to minus 38. And this gives you a closer look. So by midnight, it's going to feel closer to minus 30. Waking up and starting your Friday off, yes, it will be sunny, but minus 25 will feel more like minus 35. We're getting to a daytime high about minus 13. But if you are taking part in Winterlude festivities, you definitely want to bundle up. Again, this cold warning in effect for pretty much all of Eastern Ontario. Kimberly.
Thank you, Jackie. Well, are you strong enough to face 24 hours outdoors in January? Currently, minus 21 degrees. Well, tonight, supporters of Operation Come Hold held their annual 24 Hours of Homelessness campaign in support of their drop-in resource center. Now, supporters of the campaign braving the sub-zero temperatures, camping out at the corner of Bank and Gloucester Streets. Now, the goal is to raise $10,000 to support programs for homeless and street-involved youth. Operation Come Home operates a downtown youth center, drop-in center, and again, they offer support, housing supports, education, and job training. And for more information or to make a donation, you can head to operationcomehome.ca/24hours. Well, transit riders and some city councillors are calling for accountability after days of disruption on Ottawa's transit system. Motions brought to council this week are asking OC Transpo how riders could be compensated when service fails. CTV's Caitlin Wilson has more.
It's the first time Omar ID has been on time for class in a while.
Already just 2 trains in the morning is already packed, let alone 1, and every 15 minutes sometimes. It's very bad, very, very bad.
He says packed trains and frequent delays are making it difficult to get around, and he's not alone.
Everyone's pushing around to get on and off. It can happen that you end up having to leave at the following stop and kind of go around to then go back.
Stories like theirs are fueling calls for refunds. They come after dozens of trains were pulled from service earlier this month on Line 1 because of another mechanical issue, on top of hundreds of canceled bus trips. At Wednesday's council meeting, Sean Menard and Sean Devine introducing motions asking OC Transpo to explore rider compensation when service breaks down.
If we don't put in place measures to improve accountability and to show our customers that we are respecting their time and respecting what they've committed, we're going to lose more customers.
Devine points to other cities like Toronto, where council has passed a similar motion exploring refunds for riders delayed 15 minutes or more.
Current situation with bus reliability is unacceptable.
Councillor Ariel Troster says she'll support the motion after recently having to walk 30 minutes home when her bus was delayed 40 minutes.
Given that people are being left stranded, they are waiting in the cold and almost getting frostbite and then calling a cab, I think we need to show some compassion and offer some compensation to riders who are suffering right now.
But the mayor disagrees, saying transit needs investment, not added costs, as the system faces a $47 million hole in its budget. And while some riders aren't convinced refunds will help,
it may make them happy temporarily, but the train is still going to be not functioning the way it should.
Others say it comes down to accountability.
Paying for a service that you don't necessarily get is pretty frustrating.
Caitlin Wilson, CTV News.
One person has died following a snowmobile collision in Napanee this afternoon. OPP say the collision happened shortly after 3:15. The individual is pronounced dead at the scene, and police closed County Road 5 between Neighbor Road and County Road 4. No other details have been made available, and the investigation is ongoing. A store owner in Orleans is cleaning up after a car drove through a business overnight. Photos captured at the scene show a car through the front window of a cell phone repair shop on Innis Road. Now, based on the image, it looks as though the car reversed, jumping the curb and crashing through the shop's entrance. It happened right beside the Moose McGuire's pub near Marebleu Road. There were no reports of any injuries. Well, a transport truck driver is facing more than $700 in fines after an excavator fell off the back of the truck on the Queensway in the city's West End yesterday afternoon. Ontario Provincial Police responded to a call for the excavator blocking 2 lanes on the westbound 417 just past Moody Drive. Now, that led to massive traffic backups for hours. And again, there are no reports of any injuries. Ottawa police say 2 people have been arrested after several break-ins at businesses in the Byward Market this month. Police say several businesses in the area have been targeted since January 20th. A 39-year-old man and a 29-year-old woman were arrested. Police say more charges could be laid. Police confirmed that Beans and Barrels is one of the businesses included in the investigation. Last week, the cafe on Williams Street was broken into, and staff say thieves got away with around $1,500 in cash. Well, to the latest now on the federal public service job cuts. Yet another department is laying off hundreds of employees. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency confirming to CTV News it plans to cut 587 positions over the next 3 years. Federal unions say employees were notified this week. Around 18,000 federal public servants have now received notices. And more than 1,000 workers in the province will be out of a job come Friday morning following news that General Motors will be cutting the 3rd shift at its Oshawa plant. Now, that's according to the union representing employees. Ontario Premier Doug Ford says he will do what he can to support those facing layoffs.
We have a plan. We're going to make sure that they have opportunities in the defense sector, life science sector, other areas. And we'll be there for them 24/7.
In a statement posted online, the union said the move comes as GM shifts jobs to the U.S. Unifor added that there are huge concerns about the impact of a new deal with China, allowing 20% of the electric car market to include EVs made in China. Well, Ottawa Mayor Mark Sutcliffe is getting in on the excitement surrounding the international hit TV show Heated Rivalry. He proclaimed today as Shane Hollander Day here in Ottawa in honor of the capital being the home of one of the show's main characters.
26. Whereas Ottawa's Shane Hollander is a hockey sensation and a smoke show.
Well, that show creator Jacob Tierney, who met with Sutcliffe at City Hall today, along with show producer Brendan Brady and Bell Media representatives. In a social media post, Sutcliffe said he is looking forward to Ottawa playing a starring role in season 2 of the series. And all the excitement surrounding Heated Rivalry is showing no signs of slowing down. The Canadian show, developed for Bell Media's Crave, has become a global phenomenon. And tonight, the show's creators, as well as some of its stars and a very special guest, were here in the capital taking part in Canadian Media Industry Conference.
And I was at 10 out of 10 before.
Yeah.
We've turned it to 11. We've got to the Spinal Tap moment.
Spinal Tap moment.
That's Prime Minister Mark Carney, who stopped by and got into check this out, the now famous Team Canada fleece jacket from the show. Now, as we know, the jacket is so popular that official replicas will now be produced and sold. CTV News and Crave are owned by Bell Media, a division of BCE. And over at the Rogers Centre, Ottawa tonight, another red carpet event taking place here in the capital. The Sens Black, Red and Gold Gala, bringing the community together in celebration and generosity, hosted by the Senators Community Foundation.
No, it's awesome. I mean, nights like this are always fun for us as players.
Well, that was Ottawa Senators defenseman Thomas Chabot on the red carpet with our Jackie Perez. Well, players, alumni, coaches, and owners were greeted by local hockey teams as they entered the venue. About 650 people attended the event. Now, money raised goes to help youth develop their game, build resilience, and support their mental and physical wellness in Ottawa and in Gatineau. All right, coming up, weeks of harsh winter weather are taking a toll on Ottawa streets as drivers are bracing for pothole season. Plus, Jackie Perez has an extended look at the forecast when we come back. Porter Airlines is launching non-stop service between Ottawa and 3 Canadian destinations starting this spring. The non-stop flights will connect the capital with Windsor, Sudbury, and Kelowna. The Windsor and Sudbury flights will launch on May 1st, and the non-stop service between Ottawa and Kelowna will start on May 13th. Porter is also increasing non-stop flights between Ottawa and Winnipeg and will extend flights between Ottawa and Cancun right throughout the summer. Flights to Cancun seem pretty nice right now. A cold evening that we're looking at here in the capital. That's a look at the National Gallery there of Canada there behind me. Again, we'll have Jackie Perez standing by with a look at your extended cold forecast. Jackie.
Well, we have extreme cold warning in effect for really eastern Ontario and for southern Ontario. Here, there's a chance of frostbite with wind chill values between -33 and -38. Those overnight lows about -25. Again, the reminder of risk of frostbite, feeling more like -35. It will only start to cool off just afternoon with that sun coming out, warming things up, but a daytime high of -13. So a reminder, wind chill values in the morning will be between -28 to -35. Tonight's lows across eastern Ontario, yes, we are averaging between -25 to -26, and this will continue well into early tomorrow morning. The daytime highs will stick around the mid-teens, so -13 in Pembroke, got -14 in Brockville as well as Cornwall, and Gatineau, Kemptville sitting around -13, 14 degrees as well. We are going to see some warming, though, by the time we get to Sunday evening, so you can see that the daytime high will be -9. Lots of sunshine will help this as well. The overnight low, while it will still be -19, we are warming up to about -6, and then you'll see those temperatures for Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday get much warmer with -4 the daytime high, and those overnight lows closer to seasonal at -12. So Kimberly, really take advantage, stay as warm as possible. A reminder that Friday is the start of Winterlude, so if you are taking part in the festivities this weekend, you definitely want to bundle up.
Thank you, Jackie. Ottawa bylaw officers were busy during Monday's daytime winter weather parking ban. Now, it was in effect from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. to help crews with cleanup operations after the latest snowstorm. Officers handed out more than 4,300 tickets, resulting in $455,000 in fines. And weeks of harsh winter weather are starting to take a toll on city roads. As the snow gets scraped off the streets, potholes are emerging and drivers are already paying the price. The CTV's Tyler Fleming explains it's just the beginning of pothole season.
Winter is taking its toll on Ottawa's roads as new driver Max Paquette learns to navigate pothole season.
I'm starting to get the hang. I'm taking a lot of the same routes. There are a lot, which is not ideal.
Those road holes made by melting snow creeping into cracks, freezing, expanding, and breaking down the pavement. While many are small,
I do see really deep ones, and as much as possible I avoid it. And touch wood, I've not had an experience where I had to change a tire because of that pothole.
Others aren't as lucky.
This is where the impact happened and the wheel is bent.
Ahmad Akhtar with Cal Tire says this repair around $100, but fixes can roll into the thousands.
Depending on the speed that you hit the pothole, it could potentially do damage to a rim. It could get bent, and that you would feel immediately. But a hard-to suspension component could weaken it, and then gradually over time you'll notice either your car starting to pull to one side and or you start hearing some type of rattling or squeaking noise.
The city says as plowing wraps up, the focus will shift to potholes.
Our priority is to get out and hit our main roads and then work down through the classifications of residential streets. When we are out repairing these potholes,
the city patches around 250,000 potholes a year. But on the road, Paquette knows you always have to be ready.
You got to slow down. You got to watch where you're going.
Tyler Fleming, CTV News.
We're using our sand salt mix on all our roads.
An Eastern Ontario city is rationing its salt usage this winter as Ontario deals with a province-wide shortage. Well, if you drive in Brockville, you may have noticed sand on the roads. It's the midst of the province-wide road salt shortage. The municipality is mixing things up by using a combination of salt and sand to stretch the supply for the remainder of the season. CTV's Peter Sperling explains.
Behind the wheel of a large City of Brockville snowplow.
This is my office.
Operator Derek Empey's favorite part of the job?
Cleaning up the roads.
He's been doing this for 8 years, but the remainder of this season is a bit different.
We're using our sand salt mix on all our roads.
Brockville making the switch from using just salt to treat roads.
So we're experiencing some salt shortages as far as the supply goes, and we've had to pivot to a salt-sand mixture to stretch the material out to get to the end of the season is what we're trying to achieve here.
I found out this morning from one of the ladies at Tai Chi that there's a shortage of salt I wasn't aware of.
Brockville is one of the latest municipalities in a province experiencing a shortage.
The cause would be we've received a lot more snow events. It doesn't matter if it snows 2 centimeters or 10, the response is the same and the salt output is the same. So it's just Mother Nature being relentless this winter.
Ottawa has sufficient supply, according to city officials. With colder temperatures, the City of Brockville advising residents to expect snow-packed conditions rather than bare, wet pavement. Drivers here have noticed the change.
Just got a lot more time, be a little more patient.
You're driving differently because of it?
Dirtier mud flaps.
Wait for the traffic.
As for Empey, all in a day's work.
It's nice when you see that you're actually cleaning the road up and making it drivable, safe.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
Well, gold prices are setting new all-time highs as the price of the commodity continues to climb following a record-breaking year in 2025. CTV's Natalie Van Roy has more now on why gold looks like a safe haven during economic uncertainty.
Pure gold, and it was refined here in Ottawa.
This 1 ounce gold coin at an Ottawa jewelry store has more than doubled in price in 1 year.
Gold went from $2,100 an ounce Canadian to today at almost $7,000 an ounce. So basically over 3 times the value.
Brent Hardin hasn't seen this much buzz over gold since he started in the business.
In 1975, my brother and I started a business, and we invested money into gold at $300 an ounce. We saw it go up to $1,000 an ounce, and you know what we sold it for? $330. So we kept saying, oh, it's going to go back up, it's going to go back up, but it didn't. So it's very unpredictable.
Experts say gold is seen as a safe haven during economic uncertainty, and a low U.S. dollar coupled with a tumultuous first year of U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs.
Central banks are buying more gold, and what that's going to be related to desire to diversify away from some of the traditional assets they hold, like government bonds.
And as the rush continues, you can even get it at Costco. The corporate giant advertising a 1 ounce bar for more than $7,000. What's not clear is how long this could last.
It might or might not last. That's something that's really hard to say, but I think a best practice in finance is diversification.
Natalie Van Roy, CTV News.
What do you think of the view up here? It's pretty awesome, yeah. A little bit colder up there, but yeah, it's super cool to see it.
All right, coming up, we'll have more on why these Ottawa 67 players have traded in their skates for firefighting gear ahead of a special game at TD Place. Canada Post and the union representing its workers have finalized tentative agreements which will now go to ratification votes. The Crown Corporation says the agreements for rural and urban mail carriers include wage increases, enhanced benefits, and a weekend parcel delivery model. The Canadian Union of Postal Workers will now take the deal to its members for votes. Now, if ratified, both agreements would be in effect until the end of January 2029. Well, some Ottawa 67s players are getting a taste of life as first responders, trading their hockey gear for firefighter training. That's all leading up to the Siren Series, where Ottawa firefighters and Ottawa police members will face off on the ice. CTV's Dave Charbonneau has more.
For 5 Ottawa 67s players, this was not a typical practice day.
Now I'm on air.
The players were put through a series of firefighter training exercises at the Ottawa Fire Training Centre.
I like to think I'm in pretty good shape from hockey, but that was still even just 5 flights of stairs, and they were saying they do 20 sometimes, so yeah, it was difficult.
Instead of lacing up skates, they were climbing stairs in full firefighting gear.
It was different, but I mean, it was cool to see how they do it, and yeah, it was fun.
For some, the hardest part wasn't the weight of the gear.
Are you scared of heights?
A little bit.
Reaching approximately 100 feet into the sky, it was a view of the city that the players just couldn't pass up.
Definitely went up higher than I expected to, but I mean, yeah, it was really cool.
This training day leads into a special night at TD Place, all to help raise money for the Heart Institute.
Saturday, February 7th, the 67s are playing Brantford. It's a first responder themed game. And then directly after the game, we put out a team on the ice against the Ottawa Police.
The Siren Series may be friendly, but the bragging rights are very real.
Ottawa Police always puts out a good team, and so do we. Now, we've won more games than they have, so I'll just put that in there. But it's going to be another good game, and all the games have been close.
Then we'll put your mask on. I'm going to spin you around a few times.
Back at training,
Take a breath. There you go.
the challenges continued, including trying to locate the exit following a hose while blindfolded.
Congratulations, you are alive.
It's pretty hard being blindfolded, but I'd say stairs is more hard physically.
Hardest, I feel like the stairs. That was tough.
Firefighting officials say the skills on the ice translate well off it.
This actually suits very well for athletes. So they have some innate abilities they don't even aware of. And yeah, no, they all did great.
For some players, the experience offered a glimpse at life after hockey.
Definitely be something I'd be interested to. I mean, a lot of ex-athletes obviously go into firefighting. It's kind of the same atmosphere as a locker room and a team sense like that. So I think in that way it would be pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely have to get used to the heights.
From the training tower to the hockey rink, it's all leading up to a night celebrating local heroes and a good cause. Dave Charbonneau, CTV News.
All right, still to come, Jackie will have one more check on the weather, and leaving the competition here in the dust, we'll tell you which movie now holds the title of most streamed movie of 2025. Well, here's another live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Minus 21 degrees, clear condition. Environment Canada has issued an extreme cold warning here for the Ottawa area. So let's check in one more time with Jackie Paris for your final check on weather. Jackie.
Well, if you don't know already, but I'm sure you are aware, minus 25 is going to be the start of our morning. Very cold, feeling more like minus 35. The cold warning will be in place until at least the noon hour. We are only warming up to about minus 14 degrees. Saturday, get a little bit warmer, minus 12. It's Sunday, though, into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that we will be below or above minus 10, I should say. So a lot warmer, a lot more seasonal conditions. Kimberly.
All right, thank you, Jackie. Well, it probably won't come as a surprise, but we now know what the most streamed movie of 2025 was. Well, according to ratings firm Nielsen, K-pop Demon Hunters was the clear winner for the year, even though it only debuted in June. The animated fantasy musical was watched for more than 20.6 billion minutes in the U.S. alone. That's around 207 million times. Now, among other achievements, it's also up for Best Animated Feature and Best Original Song at the Oscars. Hope it'll win. It's a great movie. All right, well, that's CTV News for this Thursday, January the 29th. For all of us here at CTV News, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Stay warm. I'll see you again tomorrow night.